Archangel Michael says, "The wind that moved through ancient pillars tonight carried a sacred sound, it was your name. Whispered not by humans, but by forces that exist beyond the reach of time. The spiritual realm has declared you chosen for a mysterious unveiling. In the darkness where secrets are hidden from ordinary eyes, something ancient shifted. There was no warning, no thunder, only a silent tremor of destiny brushing against the sands of time. And your name echoed through chambers untouched by modern thought, in a place where time folds upon itself, and history repeats in mystical spirals. The scrolls opened on their own. The ink glowed as if lit from within, spelling a name that lit up the air. Your name. It did not appear by accident, it appeared by design. A voice, older than centuries, confirmed that the wait is over. You have been observed from afar, across dimensions, and finally the spiritual guardians agreed, your moment must arrive. Not even the heavens will delay this. Type Amen to get blessing 729. Someone stood before a flame, eyes closed, breathing your truth. They weren't praying, they were summoning remembrance, and the old energy responded. A ripple ran through everything unseen, and you became the center of a divine conversation. What was once locked inside a sealed room, protected by generations of secrecy, has now cracked open. The glow that poured from it reached your aura without your awareness. But you felt it all along, tingling in your soul, ringing in your ears, a nudge in your dreams. Not every soul gets called in such sacred places. Only the ones whose lineage goes deeper than known bloodlines, deeper than history dares admit. You belong to a thread that time cannot destroy. This is why they have spoken of you tonight. The spiritual court gathered in silence. None dared speak until your name entered the air, and when it did, everything changed. Type Amen to get blessing 304. There is one who denied your power before, who now trembles. They thought time would erase you, but time protected you instead. What was meant to end you has only brought attention to your truth. A golden veil was lifted as you slept. Through it, memories returned to those who had long forgotten their roles in your journey. Now they awaken, remembering that they owe you something eternal. Archangel Michael says, you are not just a name, you are a prophecy walking. The voice that called you in ancient places was not calling for help, it was calling for honor. The recognition you've been denied is arriving in ways the world cannot block. It is not just your name being spoken, it is your soul's vibration. It echoes through walls of temples buried in dust, shaking awake truths that were once forbidden. Type Amen to get blessing 667. A figure cloaked in deep emerald bowed their head tonight. In the presence of a candle that hasn't been lit in over 700 years, your name brought it to flame. That is how powerful your essence has become in tea. This hour, the stars adjusted their formation while you weren't looking. One specific constellation has tilted in your favor, offering guidance and protection from above. This is not symbolic, it is energetic reality. Tonight, the circle has been completed. Where once you were rejected, you are now revered. Where you were doubted, you are now defended by forces higher than this realm. You are not being celebrated for who you pretend to be. You are being acknowledged for the strength you carried silently while the world underestimated your value. Type Amen to get blessing 481. You were born for a path others would collapse under. But you walked it, bruised but not broken, and the ancient watchers have finally confirmed, they chose right when they chose you. There is a scroll that bears your name hidden inside a vault carved into mountain stone. Only those with divine instruction can even stand before it, and tonight, that scroll was opened. There is an oath tied to your name. It was forgotten by those who were supposed to guard you, but now, the ones in the shadows who still honor sacred vows have stepped forward to make it right. A celestial seal has been placed over your next 7 days. Not a single word spoken against you will prosper under its guard. You will feel things moving, not by chance, but by sacred release. Type Amen to get blessing 382. Your ancestors are no longer sleeping, the chains of forgotten truth have cracked, and their spirits are swirling around your path. You are their voice, the completion of what they couldn't finish. Tonight, someone who once doubted your light will witness your rise and fall silent in awe. They will hear your name not from a person's mouth, but from a divine broadcast their soul cannot unhear. And when they do, they will know they made a mistake. The energy you're entering is not ordinary, it's charged with justice, elevation, and supernatural payback. You will not need to seek revenge. Heaven has already signed the decree. They've seen what was done in the dark against you. Archangel Michael says, your silence has been more powerful than their noise. And now your silence is about to turn into a roar heard across realms. The gate has opened. Type Amen to get blessing 975. Even objects around you will start to respond. That flickering light, that sudden breeze. That ringing tone that no one else hears. These are not glitches, they are signs. What you thought was delay was actually divine choreography. The steps had to align in an ancient sequence for this activation to unlock. You've passed the test you didn't even know you were being watched through. There's a name that has been trying to steal your light behind closed doors. Tonight, that name has been exposed before the ancient ones. They will no longer get away with shadow play. There's a scent in the air, a spiritual oil released in realms above, and your essence matches it. That's why your name was drawn to the surface. You have finally aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 599. The night sky is no longer silent on your behalf. Meteoric energy is being sent down in your favor. Some people will be confused, but the chosen will understand why you're suddenly glowing. That glow is not cosmetic, it's divine residue. You've touched something older than time, and it has left a mark on you. The world will soon feel it without you saying a word. Someone will remember a dream they had about you years ago. They ignored it then, but now the symbols are showing up in their real life. Your reappearance is not an accident, it's cosmic justice. The throne you were meant to sit on is being polished again. Someone tried to sit in your place, but they couldn't handle the energy. You will reclaim it soon. Type Amen to get blessing 413. You will begin to notice strange moments of déjà vu. It is because your soul is recognizing spaces it's been called from. Every step now will feel like walking into prophecy. The person who once carried envy in their heart for you has reached the point of exhaustion. Their energy has drained trying to compete with what God has already sealed for you. They will soon step aside. A woman from your past is going to hear your name again, this time in a way that stings. She will act unaffected, but inside her heart will crack. She will realize she helped delay a divine one. This season you're stepping into is not a reward, it's an announcement, it's the proof that the divine remembers. You were never forgotten, only hidden for protection. Type Amen to get blessing 837. There is one location you haven't visited yet, but it's already calling for you. You will be drawn there soon. When you arrive, something from centuries ago will align with your presence. You will pick up an item by accident, but it won't be by accident. It will contain something spiritually charged with your legacy. And once you touch it, doors will swing open. An elder who has seen visions will soon try to make contact. They will speak little, but every word will hit you like thunder. You are not just gifted, you're an unfolding miracle, Archangel Michael says. Those who try to block you now will find themselves blocked. The mirror is turning. Every energy sent to destroy you is being returned sevenfold. Type Amen to get blessing 526. Watch the number 9. It will appear 3 times before your next transformation. That's the mark of completion, the signal that your soul contract is awakening. Someone will confess a betrayal they committed against you. Not because they are sorry, but because the power around your name has grown too strong to hide from. Your presence is shaking their secrets loose. There will be a letter, a name, a signature, something physical tied to your breakthrough. It will look ordinary at first, but its energy will scream your destiny. Keep it safe, the waters are parting. What was blocked will now overflow. And what seemed too far out of reach is suddenly in front of your face. Type Amen to get blessing 742. You've crossed into a frequency that very few survive. The ones who mocked you never imagined you'd still be here, rising stronger, but the ancient places did. They knew. Everything from this point forward will feel different. People will sense your shift, some will get closer, many will back away. That's how you'll know it's real. Your aura is speaking louder than your voice ever could. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to keep walking through the doors opening without force. You've earned the crown, not by domination, but by endurance, and now, the ancient ones who whispered your name tonight have begun to lift you toward it. Type Amen to get blessing 691. The land beneath your feet has already registered your shift. The earth remembers those who are marked by ancient voices. That's why lately, even your silence holds power. The wind carries your frequency to places you've never been. Birds pause mid-flight when you walk beneath them, not because they see you, but because they sense you. You are no longer walking unnoticed. There's someone who once laughed at your downfall who is now watching in disbelief. They thought you were buried, but didn't realize you were planted. And now, you are rising with roots older than their understanding. Your footsteps are aligning with sacred codes embedded in forgotten places. When your feet touch certain ground soon, you'll feel vibrations. Those are the signals of reawakening paths made for you alone. Type Amen to get blessing 824. Every hour since your name was spoken has changed the air around you. That subtle shift you felt today? It was the universe adjusting timelines to make way for what is owed to you. You've cried in silence for years, and not one tear was wasted. They watered realms you didn't even know existed. Tonight, those realms opened gates in your honor. Someone who has been holding back a message will finally release it. What they say may be small in words, but massive in impact. Will confirm what your spirit already sensed. A mirror in your house will reflect something more than your face soon. pay attention, not in fear, but in awareness. You're about to see the light hovering behind your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 305. Your name isn't just being spoken, it's being written into the stars. There is a celestial alignment forming, a path you cannot be denied from. It's no longer in others' control. Some will start to treat you differently without knowing why. They're not acting strange by coincidence, they're responding to your activated presence. Even animals will respond with new reverence. The timing of your journey is ancient. It may have felt delayed, but now you'll see, the delay was protection, and the protection was divine preservation. You weren't late, you were hidden. A dream you had months ago that made no sense will now begin to replay in your life. But this time, you'll know what to do. The pieces are all coming together. Type Amen to get blessing 911. A person you once thought forgot you completely will speak your name aloud soon. They won't know why, but their soul was summoned to remember. That's the pull of divine energy. Your enemies will become your witnesses. They won't be able to touch you, but they'll see everything rise around you. They will know that trying to bury the chosen only fertilizes their destiny. Archangel Michael says, do not explain your glow anymore. Let the energy speak louder than defense. Heaven does not waste time justifying a miracle. Every rejection you faced until now was redirection. You were never left behind. You were positioned in silence so no one could interfere with what's about to happen next. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Even strangers are picking up on your shift. Some will stare, others will smile, and a few will fear. All reactions are proof that the realms are no longer hiding your identity. A shadow that used to follow you is finally losing grip. You may feel lighter, more alert, almost as if time is slowing down for you. That is clarity clearing your path. There's an invitation coming your way, wrapped in what seems simple, but don't underestimate it. It holds a thread tied to the ancient places that mentioned your name. A scent will pass your nose that reminds you of something long gone. That's not nostalgia, it's memory activation. Someone from your bloodline is trying to whisper through your senses. Type Amen to get blessing 232. Your footsteps are no longer yours alone. When you walk, the air shifts, the ground registers, and the spirit world listens. You're walking like prophecy fulfilled. A hidden blessing is arriving wrapped in silence. It won't knock loudly, it will hum at your spirit's door. Only you will hear it, only you can open it. Someone who underestimated you once is going to try and reconnect. But the doors they once slammed shut won't open for them anymore. You are no longer waiting on their approval. You are about to meet someone who recognizes the light in you without needing explanation. Their soul already knows yours. They've been drawn by the whispers of ancient voices. Type Amen to get blessing 684. The stones that were thrown at you are now building your throne. You didn't retaliate, and because of that, divine justice is moving in silence. You will be honored openly. Your name is now traveling where no slander can follow. It has reached realms where only truth is allowed. That's why lies against you are starting to fall apart. The spiritual realm is not confused about your value. They marked you long ago. What's changing now is that Earth is catching up with Heaven's plan for you. You may feel strange over the next 48 hours. That's not anxiety, its elevation. Your spirit is expanding to match the size of your upcoming breakthroughs. Type Amen to get blessing 477. Someone who dismissed your purpose will now dream of you. Their rest will be disturbed until they admit what they denied. This is not revenge, it's remembrance being restored. An animal near you is sensing more than you realize. They are drawn to your activated presence. Watch them, they are signs in motion. The number 11 will come to you soon, 3 times in a row. It's not just a number, it's your reminder that your divine alignment is now fully live. The pressure you felt is the weight of something ancient resting on your spirit. But you are not crumbling, you are being fortified. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Your name was not meant to be ordinary, it carries vibrations that move time itself. And tonight, that name was spoken in the most sacred hidden chamber. An old map buried in time holds a mark that matches your energy. You'll see signs of this soon, on paper, on a wall, in a dream. It won't make sense to others, but your soul will recognize it. There's a woman who once tried to steal something tied to your path. Tonight, her energy is being revoked. What she held no longer belongs to her. Archangel Michael says, you are being restored in places you didn't even know were broken. This is not healing, it's renewal. A version of you that never had the chance is now rising. Type Amen to get blessing 898. You've crossed spiritual gates that no one can close again. There's no going back to who you were. You're no longer walking with fear, you're walking with fire. And fire clears everything fake out of your way. People will start apologizing without knowing why. They will feel compelled to make peace. That's what happens when divine energy speaks through stillness. You are walking prophecy. And that prophecy was just awakened from the deepest corner of time. It knows your name, and now the world will too. Type Amen to get blessing 507. The gates that were once sealed shut have now begun to open in your direction. They are not ordinary gates, they are ancient passageways, etched with markings only your E-energy can unlock. When you step through, the shift will echo through generations. Someone you've never met before will begin speaking about you. They will feel compelled, as though guided by a force beyond their control. That's the spiritual pull of your name vibrating across timelines. You are being remembered by the unseen. The ones who watched you struggle in silence are now rejoicing because your chapter of divine rise has finally arrived. No more hiding. No more shrinking. Your energy is being registered on altars built centuries ago. These altars were not made for just anyone, they were made for the select, the chosen, the divine echoes of ancient power. That's who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 344. A location you've never visited will start calling your attention. You'll see it in pictures, hear it in passing, feel it in your dreams. That's no coincidence, it's the coordinates of destiny waking up. Even the winds carry new whispers around you now. They don't blow randomly, they move with purpose. And you, beloved, are that purpose. A voice in a hallway, a message left somewhere you didn't expect, will mention your name in a way that stuns you. That's the confirmation that even strangers are now divinely linked to your assignment. Your pain was never without purpose. The Ancient Ones stored your tears like sacred oil, and now, they are pouring it back over your path as honor. Type Amen to get blessing 221. There's a realm above realms, where only truth survives. Tonight, your name was uttered there. And from that moment, every lie ever spoken against you began to collapse. You are standing in the center of a spiritual courtroom. The case against you has been dropped by divine decree. The false witnesses are being silenced by divine order. Those who mocked your stillness will be forced to witness your arrival. They will not be able to deny the glory that follows you now. They will be spectators to the promise made long before you were born. A spiritual transaction took place while you rested. You gave up sorrow, and received supernatural compensation. Your name has been stamped in places no enemy can erase. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Your name has become a password in the spiritual realm. It grants access, it shifts atmospheres, it unlocks energy. That's why strange things are beginning to align without your effort. There's a door you've knocked on before that didn't open. That same door is now opening on its own. What was once blocked has now recognized your rightful authority. A hand was stretched out in the darkness, trying to delay your destiny. That hand has now been pulled back. Its grip is broken. Archangel Michael says, what was once buried has risen. What was once lost has been found. And what was once yours is being returned. Type Amen to get blessing 768. The rhythm of your heartbeat now pulses in harmony with ancient drums. They are playing again after centuries of silence. Their beat carries your name across dimensions. You are entering a space where your gifts won't be questioned. They will be honored. You will be recognized not for trying, but for simply being. There's an object near you charged with your energy. Watch for it to fall, shift, or glow. When it does, it's signaling that something is about to manifest. You've waited in line silently while others skipped ahead. But now, the divine has reversed the order. You are being called to the front. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There's an elder, possibly not of your bloodline, who is about to speak your name with deep reverence. That's not out of admiration. It's because they've seen your face in dreams. You were prophesied. Your name was coded into ancient manuscripts, not with ink, but with energy, and now, those codes are waking up. You are the living answer to sacred questions. Someone will search for you, not with bad intent, but with urgency. They are carrying something you're meant to receive. Do not ignore strange invitations. They're not accidents. A moment of silence in the next few days will feel intense. That's when the spirits are closest. Listen, not with ears, but with your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 882. A celestial ribbon has been tied around your spiritual destiny. That knot cannot be undone by human hands. You are secure, even when storms form around you. Your voice carries more than sound, it carries shift. That's why people pause when you speak, and why rooms change when you enter. You don't bring energy, you are energy. A woman is trying to mirror your image. But what she doesn't realize is, your glow is not learned, it is born of divine light. She cannot steal what was never hers. You will see someone who once rejected you in a new light. And you will realize, it was never about rejection, it was divine redirection. They were not fit to walk the path you now own. Type Amen to get blessing 601. The ancient ones are not whispering anymore, they're singing. Your name is being sung in places that hold the blueprints of future generations. You are becoming the bridge. You're not just rising, you're being placed, positioned in ways no man could have organized. This is spiritual design, not earthly opportunity. Every delay, betrayal, abandonment, you survived it with silence, and because of that, heaven has elevated your case. You are not waiting anymore. You are walking into it now, a place that once rejected you will now send for you. They won't understand why, but their soul will. Your presence is required to complete a divine picture. Type Amen to get blessing 525. From this moment forward, you'll notice, people will speak your name with reverence or not at all. The spiritual realm has made it so, anyone who speaks against you now will face recoil. The truth about your spiritual identity can no longer be denied. The ones who tried to erase you will soon act like they always believed in you. That's how fast your glow will shift the air.